We are back. We are live. We may not be on social media. I haven't seen any notifications yet. Having some issues with the Facebook. I am your host, Amir Sharaz. Ortiz, the married man. I guess the last time we was here, I was getting married. Just get it out the way. Yes, I did get married. My gentleman will not let me run away the other way. But yet here we are. I'm not running like the Buffalo Bills are in the draft right now, but we are here. We are live. We are the All Sports Matters podcast. We're trying to, again, get social media up and going. I know we are live on YouTube. So in case y'all see this later, y'all can catch us on the tube. I'm bringing my brothers on. Fleck, Chef, JB, join me on screen, gentlemen, at your earliest possible convenience, which I mean now. Join me on the screen now. Welcome, guys. What is going on? I ain't seen y'all facing since probably this morning.
I was working.
Yeah, man. Working, man. Working. Work. It's StreamYard that's not allowing.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it now. It's popping in. I didn't even get Jim's notification that we were live. So I was just going with it.
I shared it from my page, so it's on All Sports Matters. Just share from my page. Facebook did something where they took away the third party apps, so we gotta. I'm working on it right now,
and that's why you are the producer, Chef. What's going on? What you cooking on?
Oh man, I'm smoking some wings right now. I'm about to make some honey chipotle habanero wings.
Well, obviously, let's get it out the way because one team that was cooking during the draft was the Chicago Bears. Obviously, it's not the Bears. I don't think they saw that Rome Udunze would have fell in their lap like they did, but obviously Caleb Williams was a given. We saw that coming, and we're going to talk about the atrocity that we believe was the 8th pick in Atlanta. We'll get to that here momentarily, but did the Bears so far, did they win the draft?
They won the first round. They only got 2 more picks. You know what I mean? So it's like, can you say that they won the draft based off of 4 picks? They definitely won the first round. I will give them that. They got their franchise quarterback, and they got a monster, a receiver that I am mad that my Titans passed on after Joe Alt was selected at 5.
We'll get to your Titans here in a minute. That's Bears. Talking about the Bears, you're absolutely right. They've got 2 more picks left in the entire draft, pretty much something like that.
Yeah, so they only have 4 picks total.
That makes sense. I guess I can switch and say they won the first round. I do agree with you, Fleck. Rob, talk to me about this wide receiver room in Chicago.
It's hard to say that they may not have, probably, if they can stay healthy, they might have the most dangerous wide receiver room in the NFL because you have a legendary wide receiver in Keenan Allen. You have DJ Moore, who is known to blow the top off of offense. And then you have a workhorse beast of a wide receiver coming in who's ready to learn under 2 probably future Hall of Fames. I know one is definitely Hall of Fame, but one maybe 2 Hall of Famers, maybe. And their wide receiver room is crazy good. So the sky's the limit. Caleb Williams, they literally put him in a position to where he can be successful. Now, I hope they don't think they're going to the Super Bowl this year because I'm not saying they're going to a Super Bowl right now.
Right.
I think they're just going to be a very, very good offensive team.
Let's keep in mind that they also have Cole Kmet already a tight end, and they signed
Mr. Swift. Yes,
running back.
And they have what's the other one? They got another running back too. They the second running back they got.
Well, Khalil Herbert is still there.
Herbert. They got Herbert. So they got a ground and pound game.
He didn't go anywhere.
They got a big time tight end who literally is just an offensive monster. And now you add those 3 wide receivers.
I like what the Bears are doing. I definitely
I do too.
On paper, they look good. We know, sometimes the best of all seasons don't always translate to the best of regular seasons, but they definitely are winning the off season so far.
So we'll move along. JB will join us momentarily. He's working on the social medias. Jaden Daniels 2, Drake May 3, so Marvin Harrison 4. So safe to say 1 through 4, they just played it safe, or they played it like as expected.
Yeah.
Definitely winning.
Yeah.
So there's no surprises there. I believe the Patriots was the one that got a little scrutiny by media analysts because everybody thought they can drop down, get some more picks. They need a lot more than just Drake May. Let's talk briefly about Drake May. Is he set up to fail in New England?
I don't know if I won't say that he's set up to fail, because even if he's not ready to go right out the bat, they still got Jacoby Brissett. You know what I mean? So, and the draft isn't over yet. They could still come away. This is a historically strong receiving class, by all the analysts that are saying that it's a strong class. So they still got a chance to add, a receiver. And then there's still guys that are out there that can be traded for. A T. Higgins, he could possibly make his way to New England. You know what I mean? The Niners are in disarray with their receivers. Ayuk and Debo are being rumored to be shopped. So I said rumor.
No, don't make those faces. We didn't put them on a rumor
Exactly.
block.
It's no disarray. There's no disarray. Let's get that out the way right now.
Like I was saying, the question that was asked was Drake May set up to succeed? I feel like he does not have to be rushed onto the field because of Jacoby Brissett, and they still have a chance to add receivers via trade.
If you're Drake May, I'll go right back to you. Do you even want to play year one?
Of course. I mean, I don't know anybody that gets drafted that would say, no, I don't want to play.
Anybody who wants to play in the NFL, if you get the opportunity, you want to play. So we definitely know that's a thing. But should he play? I mean, it just depends on his progress. And like they said, I mean, I know earlier today there were talks about Debo going to New England. And I'm not understanding why they're still talking about this at this point, because the 49ers should have shut all of this down right after yesterday, period. After the first round, you should have shut it down. But, it's still going on.
And obviously, I wasn't trying to get on this discussion, so I'm going to go to you, JB. Everything I've heard is they want player for player. They ain't worried about picks, so that's why their names came up yesterday. They don't care about getting this year's picks anyway. That's why they didn't come up. Now, with that being said, Ayuk still hasn't signed a long-term contract. I think Debo got 2 more seasons left. With that being said, they want player for player. Would you trade a Debo or Ayuk for, say, a T. Higgins?
No.
Considering they may not want to be in San Francisco.
No, absolutely not. And the trade, the talks that was being had was early in the draft yesterday. That after the first 10 picks, those trade talks stopped. And they said the asking price was extremely high. They wanted at least 2 first-round picks for each player. So that's why stuff stopped and didn't really go anywhere where they was talking about. They will be fools to try to get rid of Debo now, especially with the new kickoff rules that they have, because he's probably the best equipped on that team to deal with those kickoff rules, honestly, because that's just ridiculous, and we could talk about that on a different show. But the same thing happened for when they was re-signing Debo, when they was re-signing Kittle, when they was re-signing Nick Bosa. John Lynch, for whatever reason, waits to re-sign his players until you get into training camp or right before training camp. I don't know why he does that, but he waits until you get to training camp, and then the players come into the regular season where they out of shape because they haven't had off season. So, you know, nobody can talk to him and tell him to stop doing that, but that's what he does. So
we will break down 49ers and their wide receiver drama later when we get up to their pick. That's exactly what it is. It's been drama for the 49ers.
yeah.
The Bills are finally on the clock yet again. We'll see if another trade was made. We'll bring up draft pick as they come up. At number 5 was kind of the first surprise of the night, and a little disappointment if you're a Tennessee Titans fan. Joe Alt going to the San Diego, the LA Chargers. I don't know why they left San Diego. I don't understand that. They're not getting support either way, so why not stay home? Picking up Joe Alt from Notre Dame. Picking up Joe Alt from Notre Dame, knowing Justin Herbert, who the heck is he going to throw to? Was that a good? Okay, it's a good pickup. We know he's going to be an all-pro tackle. We got that. But was that their number one need? I guess that's the right question for the Chargers.
Yes.
No, considering they're going to put him on the right side, I don't think it was. But I could be a bit biased, and that's because I wanted him to fall 7 to Tennessee. But no, I don't feel like that was their top need when you traded away Keenan Allen, you released Mike Williams. Your number one receiver right now is Quentin Johnston, who disappointed terribly as a rookie. And Joshua Palmer is one of those two are your top receivers at this point when you could have had a Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze at 5. That being said, Harbaugh wants to pound. He wants to build from the trenches. So I get it. You got Rashawn Slater on the left side, and now you're going to put Joe Alt on the right side. That's bookend tight ends for the next 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? I mean, they're going to be running the ball, I'm assuming. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, the Ravens transplants in L.A. now are going to be if they're going to be busy at this point.
So
hopefully they stay healthy. I really hope they stay healthy.
They left Baltimore, so they probably will.
And that's what
we'll see.
Harbaugh's doing. He's trying to build up that offensive line so they can run the ball. And y'all were just talking about teams that could possibly trade for wide receiver. The Chargers could trade for T. Higgins
or Brandon Ayuk
or Brandon.
Or Debo Samuel.
All right, y'all trying to say it, but I tell you what didn't happen. We ain't traded AJ Brown.
Oh, you are so mad.
Why are you being salty though?
we're
going off of what's in the news.
We are analysts.
So why are you being salty?
Where did that come from?
But here, okay, so Chargers, real briefly before we move on. Picks.
Making up news.
We're talking about them staying healthy. They signed 2 former Ravens running backs who never stayed healthy, and Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. Chef, I don't want to hear about the past. I want to hear, does the past hinder these 2 running backs' future?
I think hopefully they'll be fine. I really hope that both of them go into this situation and they both do well. Dobbins has a lot to prove because he's not played a full season. He's not played more than 4 games, I think, in a while. So
breaking news: the Bills didn't trade their pick.
Yeah, they're on the clock. The Bills are on the clock. So
their pick is in. So they didn't trade it.
No, I'm sorry, their pick is in.
They didn't trade it.
To me.
So I think they'll be fine. They have a great quarterback there now. It's all going to depend on that new offense, and we'll see how it goes. But Harbaugh, I think he's going to build it up to where they can have much success at the run game. So I'm pulling for them both.
I'm interested to see because they're gonna. I mean, they have to take a receiver in this draft. They have to, right?
Yeah, they have no choice.
Like they cannot leave this draft without taking at least one receiver.
I was going to say 2. They need 2 wide receivers.
We'll find out here in about 3 to 4 picks. If they pick one in the second round, I believe anything after that, it's the luck of the draw, kind of, as far as making an immediate impact, because they believe that Johnston. Quentin, was it Quentin?
Quentin Johnston, yeah.
And he, again, at first year, we're hoping he's not injury prone, just for the sake of him not being injury prone. But Jalen Guyton, Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston is your wide receiver room,
right?
If Palmer can stay healthy,
that's looking like the UFL right now.
Who are you scaring with that receiver room though?
In the words of Keith Sweat, nobody.
That is looking like
outside of Buffalo, New York, that has to be the worst receiver room right now.
New York Jets.
No, the Jets at least got Garrett Wilson.
They got Garrett Wilson.
And they got Mike Williams now. They got
a nice they got a wide receiver combo.
The Bills just picked up Keon Coleman.
Yeah, that don't move the needle for me.
I was surprised he was still on the clock.
He's going to be a tight end in 2 years.
That is
Giants wide receiver room is not the issue. They got a lot of talent there. The talent has come from who's throwing them the ball. That's the issue in the Giants. And we'll get there.
No. I mean, receiver, like the Buffalo Bills receiver room.
Right. No, you said they're as bad as the Giants.
No,
that was your comment.
No, I did not. No, I did not. Don't put that.
No, he didn't say that.
I said the Chargers have the worst receiver room outside of Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, outside of Buffalo.
Yeah, that is what he did.
I was giving city states.
That's Buffalo, Canada.
No, I wasn't saying the Giants.
That is Buffalo, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, they do reside in Canada.
Y'all picked up Malik Neighbors. That automatically boosted y'all's receiver room.
Oh no, like I said, Darius Slayton is looking for an extension. He's on his final season. If he's smart, he won't sign long term. He'll go somewhere that appreciates him. Isaiah Hodgkins and Robinson they got some hands. The issue is the Giants did not pick up a quarterback. Since we're on the subject, should they have picked up any quarterback, or was Malik Neighbors the safe pick there?
Who was? I mean, did you want them to go after McCarthy? I didn't. Look, outside of, honestly, for me, outside of Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, everybody, including, I'm putting Drake May in this mix. Everybody else is kind of suspect. They may turn out to be good in the pros, but I think Caleb Williams, I think Jaden Daniels, maybe Drake May. I think those three are the safe picks. So by the time the Giants got on the clock, it was either, J.J. McCarthy, Penix, or Bo Nix. I don't think either one of those three are any better than what you already have in Daniel Jones.
The Chargers are on the clock right now. I think they
traded up. They just traded up with the Patriots, yes.
So that's probably another wide receiver.
So they're probably going receiver, and if they were smart, I would take A.D. Mitchell out of Texas. I don't know how that dude hasn't been picked yet.
I was just about to ask, why is that dude still on the board?
No,
he's a DK Metcalf clone.
He turned his ankle during the combine.
But
he's not long-term injured.
But it's not a long-term injury.
Metcalf clone. He's 6'2", 2 something.
Yeah, he's like 30 or something like that.
He run a 4.34, 4.32, something like that. Yeah.
Dude is
at that size. That's DK Metcalf territory.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about him. He only had one drop in his career at Texas. One drop.
And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Career at Texas. That is crazy.
Look,
how was that dude still on the board?
What would y'all do if I would not be shocked if he did this, but what if Harbaugh goes and does a homer move and get his wide receiver out of
they just showed Ladd McConkey cheesing, so maybe that's the pick.
Maybe it's Ladd then.
Wide receiver from Georgia.
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. That's people can feel how they want to feel. That's
a solid pickup.
We'll be here for 3 hours if we analyze every pick. We are recapping round one, continuing on, and right back to you, Fleck. Latham, Alabama big man. He is, as they call, a work in progress.
They
had traded. I think they could have traded back and still got him.
And that's my thing.
They could have.
After Alt went off the board at 5, I was like, okay, I'm happy taking Odunze or trading back. They could have traded back with a Minnesota, Jets, whoever that wanted to come up, get a quarterback, get a receiver, and still, I think would have been in the range to get Latham.
Mm-hmm.
So
But we just spent that pick on a guy that played 95% of his snaps at right tackle. Left tackle was our issue last year.
So coming right back to you.
But he can play left tackle.
But he hasn't.
He hasn't played a lot of it. He hasn't played a lot, but he can.
We're projecting that he can play left tackle.
All the reports had all first offensive lineman out, and if I can say his name right, Olu Fashanu was the second one to come out. So Latham was kind of the stretch there.
So it was Ladd McConkey going to the Chargers, but there was reports that the Chargers would take Latham at 5, which would have been a more natural pick for them to take him because he played right tackle. Like, I'm not knocking, like, Joe Alt was a great pick for him. I'm not knocking it, but they're going to move him to the right side where Latham plays naturally. So there was a lot of mocks that had Latham going to the Chargers at 5 for that reason, because Rashawn Slater's on the left side. I don't know, man. Y'all know how I felt last night about that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know enough about Latham. That's obviously a Bama guy, so that's more Rob's expertise.
Well,
I don't know enough about him.
ESPN gave him a C.
Right. At that point, for me, it was either Odunze or trade back. And when they picked Latham, I'm sitting there like, but then, the next pick that we'll get to made me kind of be like, okay, I feel better about this situation now.
Yeah, he's a versatile lineman. He picks up well, and the kid is one of those guys that you want in your locker room. He's a real strong, hard work ethic type dude, and you'll get a guy that is able to be moved around on the line that can play various positions. So you're gonna get good output from him.
We just want to let the public know that the reason he has high grade with the chef is because he was drafted out of Alabama. Just wanted to let the public know.
The only reason I'm feeling optimistic about that pick is because we got the offensive line whisperer in Tennessee and Bill Callahan. So he gets to work with Bill Callahan. So that's the only reason I'm like, okay, I'm going to see how this one goes. But immediate reaction was, what the hell are we doing? Odunze's there or trade back.
Breaking news, the Falcons have moved up via trade. They are now on the block. Speaking of the Falcons, how can you fix what you've done in round 1? Let me give you a little premise. I'm going to get to you, Chef. You signed Kirk Cousins for $180 million, 100 of that guaranteed, 4 years, $180 million. His first words are, I would love to retire a Falcon. Somebody in that room said, hold my beer. We are going to draft somebody they didn't even bring in. They never brought Michael Penix in. Just throw that out there. They saw him for 30 minutes on his pro day. They went, and that's it. They didn't even talk to him. They didn't talk to him. They didn't say they was interested. One guy in there, and I'm guessing it was the GM, said that's our quarterback of the future. Now,
the coach.
Talk to me.
No, it was the coach.
The coach wanted him.
I'll dive into that wood as soon as you get finished, my brother. Go ahead and keep going. I got you.
There was somebody in that room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all saw the video. Had explained to Arthur Blank.
Because I know
why they made the pick when they made it.
Yeah.
How do you navigate or justify signing Kirk Cousins to a 4-year deal when the next 4 years you'll have Michael Penix rotting on the bench?
Rob, before you go there, Falcons just traded up and they are now on the clock of the pick is in.
I
had to say that.
We said that.
No, you're fine. So
we said that already.
So let's really dive into this. So first off,
I don't care.
The explanation doesn't even correspond or correlate properly. How do you say you're planning for the future and you just signed a quarterback to a long-term deal with $100 million of it fully guaranteed? So now you got a quarterback who is sitting on the bench, and I get it. I really don't get it, but you're thinking in the mindset of a Green Bay, I guess. That's why I'm guessing they're going. But you just paid him $180 million, and he just committed that he loves your organization, and he is planning to retire a Falcon. So you have your quarterback, and I get it. He's older, he's long in the tooth or whatever. But Michael Penix is not no child. He's 26?
24
years old. And the explanation that the GM gave earlier when he said, he could sit behind, he could sit behind him for 3 to 4 years. What? What do you mean 3 to 4 years? Rookie contracts are only for what, 5? So you mean to tell me you're going to pick up his 4 years and then you have the 5th-year option? So you're going to pick up his 5th-year option after he doesn't take
and never play him. The intent is to never play him. That's the intent.
So one thing about that Kirk Cousins contract, $100 million of it is guaranteed. $90 million of that 100 is guaranteed in the first 2 years.
First 2 years.
So they can get out after the 3rd year and only owe him $10 million.
And you're right, true. But what are you setting as a precedence? Are you just signed this guy and talking about how you were all in on him, but you bring in his future replacement right behind him?
So we all know Atlanta finished with 7 wins, I think 3 of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Their issues was on defense. They just drafted a defensive lineman from Clemson just now. But everybody was set on one pick that could help the Atlanta Falcons immediately. And that was the kid from UCLA. No, it was.
Yeah, what are the Falcons doing?
Nobody knows what they're doing.
Because even with this guy that they just traded up for, who the hell is that?
No, he's good. I like this pick.
I mean, but
was he?
You don't need a defense.
Where he wouldn't be there in 3 more picks.
I thought that
he would have been there. He would have been there. He was the 5th ranked defensive tackle.
Yeah, he would have still been there 8 picks.
Yeah, he would have been. He still been there. I like the pick, but he still would have been there.
He could have. Yeah, they could have got. Man, listen. Let me tell you something.
We said
the most Atlanta.
The Bears are winning the draft so far. The Falcons are losing the draft so far.
I'm talking about
lost it.
Straight dump in the bed. Like you could have had Latu and secured a good, monstrous defensive player. Hell, you could have got Dallas Turner. You could have got either one of them.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Imagine drafting Latu and then turning around, picking up a Horror or Horror, whatever, a Hurricane, whatever this guy's name is. That's your line is set for the next at least 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5
line
years.
Is set.
You are set. Your defense is going to be outstanding. But instead, you got a quarterback who's going to be sitting behind a guy who is proven that you don't bet against him. One thing about Kirk Cousins, you cannot bet against Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will overcome anything you put up against him. He's going to fight and he's going to get against it. So
ATL, ho.
I think the Falcons. I think they're trying to take a page out of the Packers book and plan for the future like they did. They had Aaron Rodgers sit behind Brett Favre, that thief for all them years, and then they had.
Hold up. You mean what the difference in those picks were?
Say that.
Do you know Aaron Rodgers went 22nd? Jordan Love went 25th. Aaron Rodgers fell from 1
all the way down to 22.
22. They were not 8th when you could have traded back if you wanted Penix. Yeah, and still got him. I don't think nobody was looking for Penix. I know the Raiders.
It's the rumor is
Penix,
well,
whatever.
The rumor is that Las Vegas and also Denver were trying to figure a way to move up.
No, Sean Payton. I mean, and he could be lying, but Sean Payton said Bo Nix is his guy the entire time.
But let me tell you something. I believe in a lot of things. I believe there's leprechauns on Earth. I really do. But I don't believe a damn word that Sean Payton put out of his mouth when he said Bo Nix was his quarterback that he wanted.
Everybody is a leprechaun to you giant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, come on, sir, stop this madness.
I just want
Nix
to
is
point
the
out, let
quarterback
everybody
you
know
want.
really quick that we're still having can't see everybody's comments depending on whose page you're following. It's not popping up here, but I am trying to go back and trying to look at some of the comments made. Shane O'Brien, I see you. Not sure if I want to answer this, but I see you and these questions you got going on.
What's the question?
Can you trade a player before he reports to camp? Obviously, the answer is yes. Obviously, that's the answer. Now, I don't know who he's talking about.
As long as they're under contract.
Yeah, they're not. Ain't nobody really under contract.
I was about to say he ain't got to be under contract. You can trade his rights.
Yeah, you can trade his rights to anybody.
True.
Me, the NBA does that all the time.
Yep.
The NBA is real quick to draft you and ship you out. Hello, Trae Young.
I mean, that's
again. Good job, Atlanta.
That's what happened with Eli and Phillip Rivers. They weren't under contract when they got traded for each other.
Yep,
that's true.
I just want to throw another dig to Atlanta. They're always known to kind of mess things
28-3.
They drafted Luka Doncic and traded him for Trae Young. I just thought that was crazy. Route the rip. That was draft day trade. So just want to throw that out there. Good job, Atlanta. Keep up the great work. 28-3. Got it. We're going to move on. Pick number 9. Bears. We already talked about was you done. We go to
Doomsday.
We're going to move on to, I believe it was number 12. Nope. That's not bad. JJ McCarthy got picked up. They moved up for the Jets 1 pick. Obviously,
they thought the Broncos.
I think they're happy. I think they're happy that they didn't have to go up to 6 or 7 or heck, even 3 or 4.
They wanted to make sure that the Broncos didn't jump them forward.
But JJ McCarthy was their guy all along. They got JJ McCarthy. JJ to JJ will soon be trending. Talk to me about JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy, according to, again, media outlets, I've been watching Fox Sports, NFL Network, and ESPN the last few days, like I always do. They said JJ McCarthy is the most NFL-ready quarterback.
Pineapples.
Okay.
I don't agree with that.
Pineapples. I don't believe in that.
If they believe that, I got down here in New Orleans.
For me, most NFL ready is Jaden Daniels.
Bingo. Exactly.
Because he can beat you with his arm and his legs, and it's not like he's a bum with his arm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he has a pretty deep ball, and he's accurate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how we can sit here and we didn't see enough from JJ McCarthy to say that he's the most NFL ready. Dude threw like 12 times a game.
So
can he be great? I mean, can he be good? I'm not gonna knock him on that.
Here what pops in my head when they keep saying he's a winner in all levels. Wasn't Sunshine a winner in all levels? And then, obviously you come back down to earth when you get to the NFL. Trevor Lawrence obviously is a good quarterback. Top 10 worthy, top 10 discussion worthy anyway.
Now.
Yeah.
But did we think that after watching Urban Meyer destroy him for that half a season?
It's we don't discuss Urban Meyer and what he's done for
That's favorite coach. What you talking about?
That merits a 30 for 30 by itself. What he's done in Jacksonville.
What'd you say, Dan?
I say that's your favorite coach.
Oh, okay.
And you wish him to be in Tennessee.
Just like Nick Saban is your favorite coach.
So the Jets go on and pick offensive line. Safe, good pick there. I thought it was a pick of Brock Bowers, if I'm being honest, but it was still a great pickup, offensive line.
I like what they did because obviously Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith aren't going to be around forever. And, I can't say his name. I'm not even going to try to jack up his name, but the tackle from Penn State.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call him, for sure. We're gonna he's in a good position to learn behind two good tackles and come in a year or two and take over.
And then following that, we had who apparently, which unbeknownst to me, Bo Nix was the guy that Denver wanted all along. They were set on Bo Nix from the beginning. They brought him in. They gave him their playbook. When they went to go see him, they stood overnight. They had a 2-day.
Breaking real quick. The Washington Commanders, Comanche Chiefs, have selected defensive tackle Jershawn Newton out of Illinois.
Johnny Newton.
Yeah, Johnny.
Okay. That's what he going to.
That's what they call it. That's his name.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well,
Johnny, he recovering from a Jones fracture though.
I wanted him in Tennessee. I wanted Tennessee to go after him. That's a good pickup for Washington. I like that.
Giannis Newton.
Wow.
Got it.
Johnny. I mean, that's what they call him, Johnny. So.
We were on Bo Nix. Bo Nix.
We are on Bo Nix.
35 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but none of his passes were over 10 yards. Like that was more.
Made more of it than he did.
Oregon has crazy skill players than. Oh my God, Bo Nix is lighting the world on fire.
No, they said he was the most accurate quarterback, 10 yards and further.
Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Okay.
That came on ESPN today.
Said Jaden Daniels wrong.
That's
he was second.
Whoever said that lying, they are lying.
I don't believe that
Bo
one
Nix,
bit. I don't care.
That was Booger McFarland, wasn't it?
It was 80%. I'm just saying what I saw today. I'm just saying what I saw today.
You can show me that on
number
print.
1
I
to 80.
still won't believe it.
Jaden Daniels is 78. JJ McCarthy has 76. That's what I saw today.
You can show me that on print, and I still won't believe it.
I'm on.
So that's what ESPN put out today. I think it was Orlovsky put that out there.
Oh,
there you go, right there. There
you
go, right there.
Dude.
You should have led with that. Why didn't
ESPN posted it?
Why didn't you lead with that?
That's because he worked for them.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Just saying. What if it's true? You're the statistician.
Birds, pigs fly too. What if that's true?
I did. I ate one. I threw it.
Throw some bacon out the window.
Pig in a blanket. I threw that. Yeah. Now, wide receivers seem to be going off the board left and right.
People been comparing Jalen Polk to Puka Nacua.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all in front of me.
That's his name. I just saw it too. Jalen Polk.
Jalen Polk. Yeah.
Polk.
I had to go to ESPN to get caught up because ABC was way behind y'all.
Yeah. No, ABC.
Y'all were telling me what the pick was, and they hadn't even.
No, I already know what's going on because the social media, Twitter, always posted it before they actually posted on TV. So
yeah, I was about to say that's the only reason I know what's going on.
Twitter and NFL Network happening. So
NFL Network is actually behind.
Yeah, I was about to say NFL Network be behind.
The only one that's close to is regular ESPN. ABC is way behind. It's produced by ESPN.
ABC is super behind.
I like that pick for the Patriots, and they're the Patriots go getting playmakers for Drake May. I like that pick. Jalen
They need the receivers.
That kid is nice.
I like that pick for them.
I still don't understand why Mitchell is still on the board though.
And he's on the board and my Titans are on the clock. Please.
Let's see what happens.
Somebody, please.
I know
they can trade him away.
I
think that pick is.
I don't think they need
the pick is in.
You are such a hater.
They can pick him. They just go trade him away.
It don't even make any sense why you hate so much.
They're going to trade him away. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, sir.
Well, we'll see. Either way, we're moving on. So the question on the board, as we can see, is which rookie quarterback will have a better season. We're talking about coming right off the rip first year. Which quarterback will have a better season? We got 6 to choose from.
I think it's Caleb Williams because of all the weapons he has around him. I mean, he has the best. I mean, okay, not that JJ McCarthy doesn't have weapons also, but I think Sam Darnold starts the season. I don't know if he finishes the season, but I think he starts the season for Minnesota.
I'm so mad at Chicago for Justin Fields. because the whole time he was there, they ain't tried to do nothing for him. And now
they got DJ Moore.
They got the number one pick, and all of a sudden now they want to bring everybody in and trade him away. Well,
He had DJ Moore last year. He had Cole Kmet.
He did have Cole Kmet.
The only one they added was
the Bears' issue
and offensive line.
The Bears' issue wasn't
offensive line. They haven't done anything to the offensive line this year.
Their games was 32-28, 30-27. Like, the Bears' problem was on the defensive side of the ball. And guess what? Their issue will still be on the defensive side of the ball. You know, they haven't addressed anything. I think they got what, Montez Sweat from Washington last year. They kept him, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's hard to say anybody other than Caleb Williams, but I'm gonna go Jaden. I think Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to have an impressive season. I think with the offense coordinator he has in place, he's going to be a problem. And he has a nice running game. He has decent wide receivers. So, because Cliff Kingsbury is known to do well with dual threat quarterbacks. So I really think Jaden Daniels is going to be impressive this year for the Comanche Chiefs.
Now, on the flip side of that, I'm going to stick with the NFC East. I believe the Eagles pick, obviously I'm skipping a bunch of picks here, but I'm trying to wrap this thing up. The Eagles picking that cornerback from Toledo was low-key Mitchell. Yes. That was a, first of all, best player available. Second of all, was their number one need that the Eagles needed was a cornerback.
Dak Prescott, wide receiver one.
And they got Prescott throwing on the other side.
They benefited from that run on quarterbacks.
They did.
You know what I mean? That threw the whole board off because and you know, Atlanta had been mocked to get one of the edges. They slipped down to the Colts. The Colts like, hey, let me get him when they had been mocked to get a quarterback. So it was a cascade. You know what I mean? So that run on quarterbacks caused a lot of players that teams didn't think would be there to be there.
Yeah. I like the pick and I hate it all in the same breath. The
Rams have traded for the pick.
They traded for the Panthers pick at 39.
Yes.
He told you.
He did.
Like, don't mess this up to me. He like Tennessee.
He was so sassy with it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you were putting the entire thing out there since you was like, yes. You sounded a little bit too excited.
I didn't say yes. Breaking news about the news you want to put out there. And it's okay. Gentlemen, as we wrap up the draft, tell me which one is a low-key sneak pick of the first round. And we're not talking about the Bears.
What do you mean sneak? Like
who will have a huge effect to their team season one?
I think what's the boy name? I can't say his name. Latu. Going to the Colts.
Yeah.
That was a nice pickup for them.
Chef.
And everybody's gonna be like, he's such a homer, but
Dallas Turner to the
Vikings. No,
I was about to say that.
Dallas Turner. Terrion Arnold. It's the Terrion Arnold pick to the Detroit Lions.
I like that.
That's a really good pick, and they have a really good corner that they will put into.
Oh Lord, we got the boy that got a DUI.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's why I said, I looked up and saw it. I was like,
yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Without the DUI, he's a talented player. Without the DUI, like without the off-field stuff. On field, if we just judging him on field, I love it. We needed somebody
to pick up somebody a few years back that didn't defensive line first year, and you had to get rid of him too for off-field issues.
No, that was offensive line. That we sent to the Giants.
What was the kid's name?
Now
Isaiah. Was it Isaiah Wilson?
Wilson, I thought.
Wilson.
But Now, one other pick, and I know I shouldn't do two, but this is my
He said, "Nah, I know I
B.
should do too, but
This
I'm
is my
gonna do
B pick, A and B pick. That Xavier Leggett pick, I think that's going to be a nice pick for Carolina because they needed a wide receiver bad as hell.
It's Legion,
It's
according to
Leggett.
the commissioner.
It's Leggett.
It's Legion.
Nobody listens to him.
Nobody.
He
That's
tells people
true.
names all the time.
What up, Hardy? Yeah, I like that. I like that Leggett pick, and although I didn't want him to go up there, I like that Malik Neighbors to the Giants pick. Now, if they can get that quarterback situation situated, I think that he go have a decent season as long as somebody can get him the ball.
So I'll go right back to you, JB. Pearsall, be fit in an already right now crowded wide receiver room. Right now, I got to make sure I throw that out there. Right now, wide receiver core.
Well, the way Kyle Shanahan like to mix and match players and just fit people in, I think he'll fit real well out there because he have a real physical style of play. So I think he'll fit real well as long as he knows how to block. Because we all know Shanahan like his offensive weapons to know how to block as well. So if he knows how to block, he'll fit in just fine. He'll go out there and play in the slot. When Debo need to come out, you'll have him, so you don't have to have so much of Richie James, who's gone now, and the other guys who are all gone now. You don't need to have them in the game. Who is Ray McLeod? You don't need to put them in the game because now you have this guy that's right there waiting in the wing.
Juwan Johnson too, right?
Juwan Jennings, yeah. Juwan Jennings right now is the starting slot receiver. He's starting 3. But you gonna have him for one more year because they gave him a restricted free agent tender, so they got him for one more year, and he probably will be out the door. And although they love him in the building, but he'll probably be out the door after that.
I'm confused about what the Rams just did.
And Pearsall brings value as a return man too.
Right. So you don't have to have Debo back there because that's.
You don't have to have Debo at all. I agree with you.
I mean, we could send him to the Giants, but they don't have nothing no way. So
I'm not understanding what just happened. Reason being, the Rams just gave up their next year's second pick, this year's second, and next year's second, and their this year's 5th round pick for this pick to move up.
They said that they got their new Aaron
Donald. Somebody to replace Aaron Donald.
Why do you up next year's 2nd round pick?
That's dumb as hell.
This.
Oh, the Eagles traded too.
He was a monster for Florida State.
He was really good.
He was a monster for Florida State.
I understand that. You don't have to give up next year's 2nd round.
I forgot he was still available.
Yeah, the kid is nice. Now he is nice.
Nice, but they gave up a lot for him.
I mean, they gave up the boat for him.
Isn't the Rams known to do that?
They are.
Picks and
that's why they hadn't had a 1st round pick since 2016.
I don't understand why they gave up next year's 2nd round pick.
Going with option B, he like Chop Robinson.
Next year's pick, they gave away the next year's 2nd round pick. I don't get it. I'm not understanding.
That's a thing to do now, apparently.
The Eagles are now on the clock. They traded.
I just said that.
We said that.
Yeah, Jim said that a little while ago.
Because he jumped on me last time. I had to make sure he knew.
Now, last but not least, we had a team who traded for the last pick, allowed the Chiefs to get Isaiah Worthy.
Oh my God! I don't understand that.
To quite possibly the Chiefs' 2-time back-to-back reigning, defending, current NFL champion.
That wasn't the last pick, though.
No, the Bills traded.
The last pick.
They did have the last pick.
The Chiefs had the last pick.
Chiefs had the last pick.
And then the Bills gave away that last pick, which, whatever.
Yeah, they moved up and got that. Yeah, never mind. Disregard.
Ridiculous.
Obviously, the Chiefs got better. They got former Ravens #1 wide receiver, Hollywood Brown.
We don't know that.
With Isaiah Worthy.
I don't know Hollywood Brown. I know
Davey Worthy?
Marquise. I know Marquise Brown.
Obviously, they're they're preparing for life without Rashid Rice. So they're preparing the wide receiver room to not have him for a while. But I don't even want to talk about the Chiefs. What is going on in Buffalo? We're going to talk about the whole off season. And then this is like almost a cherry on top. Like, what is going? They did take the winter off.
Something is wrong with those crazy Canadians.
My immediate reaction was the same. What the hell is Buffalo doing? Looking back, if they didn't like Worthy or legit as their, as their target, if McConkey was their target the entire time, they traded back 5 spots and was able to pick up an extra 3rd round, an extra 4th round, and a better 5th round pick to trade back 5 and still get the guy that you wanted. I can't knock him for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy you want, and that's smart.
I will rebut like this. We have a team that punched you in the mouth 7 times.
Right.
That's my only issue.
That's my only issue. But hey, how did the team that punched them in the mouth get Mahomes?
Again,
they traded with Buffalo up to 10 to get Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying.
So Buffalo has a history of helping.
Buffalo's being their ass beat by Kansas City because you allowed them.
Did anybody say the Saints traded up?
Huh?
The Saints are now on the clock. They traded up with Green Bay.
No, the Eagles are still on the clock right now. They haven't picked.
Pick is in for the Eagles.
They traded up with Green Bay.
Yeah, they have the next pick, but nobody said it.
I don't know what Green Bay is doing either. That defensive tackle, that guy would have dropped in the 2nd round. They should have picked up the kid from Florida State. So I'm not understanding if you're gonna pick defensive tackle, why Morgan Wade or something like that. Other than I don't know.
Who are you talking about?
Green Bay, their 1st round pick. That one kind of stumped me a little bit. They picked up a defensive tackle. They picked up an
offensive tackle.
No, I thought it was defensive tackle.
Jordan Montgomery. They picked up Jordan Montgomery. That's an offensive tackle out of Arizona.
Jordan Montgomery pitches for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, he also played offensive tackle for the Arizona Wildcats.
Arizona Wildcats. Was it Arizona State? I'm joking. I thought it was a defensive tackle. Yeah, you're right. Jordan Morgan, not Montgomery.
Morgan.
Yeah, Jordan Morgan. I know it was Morgan. Jordan Morgan. I called it Morgan. Wait, I don't know where I got that from. Either way, Terrion Arnold, you are exactly right. Was a big pickup. It was a center late. I think it was an interesting pickup.
Barton to the Bucks. Yeah.
That was a good pickup. Barton. Yeah, that was a good pickup for Tampa Bay. And
I like the Tyler Guyton pick for the Cowboys. I know you rolled your eyes at me when I said that last night.
He's about 6'7". He's a large human being.
Yeah,
they got to replace the other Tyler.
They got to replace all of them.
They do.
The only one they don't is the kid for Notre Dame. That's about it. Other than that, the whole line is gone.
Well, they better replace the person that's making the pick. So they ain't
I'm gonna throw something out there quite interesting to me before we move on. Before we close the show out, we'll talk about the NBA playoffs real briefly. But Micah Parsons, he's doing his live shows now. He's being backed up by Bleacher Report, and he showed his discontent for this pick because he wanted that cornerback that Eagles got.
No, it wasn't discontent. It was disgust. He was disgusted.
Yeah. But it's not the first time he's doing it, and he's been against his team on his side of the field. Do you think he wants out of Dallas?
Well, they just going to the Eagles. So he's there for at least another year.
Well, they're supposed to pick up his 5th year option.
I don't think he wants. I don't think
it's Cooper DeJean going to the Eagles.
Secondary is nice.
The Eagles have
they just picked up a guy that should have went in the 1st round.
He's a stud
to go along with the number 1 cornerback
that was already on their screen.
So they got 2 of the top 3 cornerbacks in the draft.
They got 2 out of the 3. That is.
Yeah, they said he had a knee issue, but yeah.
Yeah, but then he went to the combine and ran a 4.4.
4.4, exactly.
So
Well, let's hope he
that.
continues to have knee issues because I want to root for the Eagles. I like this. I like the Eagles team. I really do. They're stacked, offense and defense, and I hate that I can't talk crap about them.
It's nice when you have the option of, filling needs, no matter how many you take. Like, how many other teams could get away with taking two players at the same position back to back?
Right.
And they might both start.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like that's the luxury
they Gardner Webb, and they got but this probably be his last season. I think they just signed him for one more year.
Who?
Gardner Webb.
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, that guy. Who's Gardner Webb?
But he
That's college.
That's the college.
Yeah,
but he plays. He plays nickel and safety though. He's not really an outside corner.
C.J. Gardner Johnson is the NFL's version of Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly plays defense, so that doesn't make sense to me.
They do this.
Gardner plays defense too.
They do this and get blown past.
So he's Eli Apple 2.0.
No, don't do him.
No.
I'm asking.
No, there is no other Eli Apple. Eli is one of one.
That Philly front office is probably one of the best front offices.
Howard Roseman, right? Roseman.
That is probably one of the best front offices in the NFL, no question.
They're not scared to make any moves. They're not scared to cut players. They're not scared to trade with players.
Look, you want to see somebody who steals money? Look at the TV right now. There he is. Do you want to talk about somebody who know how to steal some money? Taysom Hill know how to steal some money, baby.
That's. I'm surprised they haven't traded him to Denver by now.
Yeah, they took Kool-Aid.
That's a good pick.
That's a great pick for them.
Jim don't like that. He wanted him in San Francisco.
I
bet he did.
Him and the Honey Badger. Honey Badger still got some legs on him.
Yeah, he got some wheels under. That's a good pick, bro.
But
that's a real good pick.
Either way, we are done with the NFL draft. Real briefly, we are just about as done as the Lakers are in the NBA playoffs.
Oh, damn.
I couldn't segue that one any better.
Oh, damn.
That was perfect. Let me tell you something. D-Lo, so if y'all let D-Lo stay on that damn roster one more year, y'all need y'all front office fired.
Well, he's a free agent, right? He's a free agent.
Was he eating? What was he doing? Eating, or was he texting? What was he doing on the bench?
Being on the bench, and then he talked about, I'm probably not gonna pick up my 5th-year option.
No, ain't nobody picking up no option on you. So you don't get out of here.
Well, in the NBA is up to the player to pick up because it's a player option. They got the player option.
We know, but nobody wants you in there. Like he's sensitive. He's sensitive, so sensitive. He don't want to be there.
Well, he's gone regardless. It's easy to read that D'Angelo Russell is gone while he's eating his fruit snacks while everybody else is in the huddle. I thought that was a horrible look by him yesterday.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. So I didn't understand that.
His feelings was hurt about something that he did, and he don't like people telling him that he did something wrong. His feelings was hurt.
Right.
I just want to throw out that the Lakers had a double-digit lead in every game and blew it.
They definitely did.
Charles Barkley said it best. Everybody who was rooting for the Lakers and the Warriors, guess what? You can root for them to take their ass to Cancun on Sunday because that's where they're going.
And they also said they haven't gone fishing yet, but they have Bass Pro Shops right now.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shop, getting it ready, get the tackle box ready.
I thought that was hilarious. On the flip side, talk to me about Celtics in Miami. Is this going to be a 7-game battle, or the Celtics going to take care of some?
They just picked up one back too.
Going to take care of business the rest of the way. Miami always, I don't care who is there or who is not there, Miami always seems to play the Celtics tough in the playoffs. I mean, it's inevitable. I knew that, Miami was going to get 1 or 2. But I think ultimately Celtics are going to handle business, and 4-2, I think 6 games is what it's going to take to get them up out of there. Especially if Butler and Rozier don't come back.
Last night we had a
23 threes. That's not going to happen every night for Miami. 23 threes.
Last night we had what I thought was an egregious foul by Joel Embiid, grabbing the legs as somebody's trying to dunk. That's just something you don't do. You still score 50 points. Tyrone Maxey scored about 35. Both of them been over 30. Is that enough to win this series? And mind you, Jalen Brunson has yet to show up in the playoffs. Knicks 76ers, who closes out, who
Jalen
wins and why?
He had like 39 last night, didn't he?
Who?
Or last game?
Who?
Brunson?
Jalen Brunson. Yeah, like 39. Hold on.
I didn't see it. I watched the games. I didn't see it. He takes like 50 shots and only made about 10 of them. That's what I've been seeing.
I might be wrong. Hold on. I think he had like 39 though.
It might have been Maxey on the other side.
No, Brunson. When they played last night, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 39 and 13. 39 points, 13 assists.
And they lost. So
yeah,
I guess
they did lose.
I don't know. I'm not getting it either way.
You're talking about Embiid dropped 50.
He did.
Like Embiid dropped 50.
He also dropped Mitchell Robinson and hurt him for the rest of the game.
Look, one thing I will say, that was dirty. Period.
Maxey had 25.
And Oubre had 15.
Kelly Oubre.
And Payne had 11. Those were the only Sixers in double figures.
Right. Well, the Sixers, all they got is Embiid and Tyrone Maxey. So Tyrese Maxey.
Well, no, they got what? Well, hell, he ain't played well.
Nope, that's all they got. Everybody else ain't showed up yet.
Yeah, they ain't showed up to the party. Yep, you're pretty much right.
He'll be all right.
Is the NBA playoffs as expected? Is the Pelicans going to show up against OKC? Because I'll be mad if both my teams got eliminated in the first round. That's just me.
Shots fired, and it wasn't by me.
What? Did I say something wrong?
I'm just.
Well, when you go into the playoffs knowing that both your teams go get eliminated in the first round, you don't really worry about it. Neither one of the Los Angeles teams gonna make it out the first round, and the Pelicans definitely wasn't gonna make it out the first round because they limped into the playoffs after being in.
Beat the Mavs?
No, I actually like the Clippers in this series.
I like the Clippers against the Mavs.
Yeah, I like the Clippers in this series.
Guaranteed, neither one of the LA teams make it out the first round
because they play.
Y'all heard me say it right here.
What are we betting?
Huh?
That's a good question. What are we betting?
Make it.
Because I want in on that. What are we betting?
I can't take that bet.
If y'all win, I send you a case of whatever beer you want to drink,
and vice versa.
All right, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna send your ass a case of Post-its.
Natural lights.
Yeah.
Not Natty Beast. Not the Natty Beast. Oh, Natty Beast.
Not even a natty ice. The natural light.
Nat Beast.
What they always play in them redneck games? Pabst Blue Ribbon. You gonna get that?
Oh, the dirty Paps.
Mm.
You gonna get that? You gonna be pissing for weeks.
I'm gonna send y'all hard seltzer.
Don't do that. Yeah, look, just send me a soda. You ain't even got to do me
like
that.
I'm gonna send you hard seltzer.
I'll cash up you the money and let you go buy your own.
I was about to say, yeah.
That's actually expensive. Some White Claw.
Yep, the White Claw.
All I want is Modelo.
Either way,
I'm gonna send you the White Claw, Fleck. You can use it.
Chef, what you got for us?
So this year, this week I'm taking off. I'm taking off because I'm just watching this draft and trying to figure out what's going on with certain teams and trying to keep myself together. So look, I'm just hoping that everybody have a good draft, and I hope Atlanta get their life together because right now they suck.
It ain't gonna happen.
Well, I mean, I got one, and it ain't no secret. I mean, it's out there. You know, the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer or a 30 touchdown passer in a season. That is crazy to me.
That's because
It
they
really
should have
is.
drafted Jameis Winston.
Never had a 4,000-yard passer or never had a 30 touchdown passer in a season. That is crazy.
Ain't about to start this year.
I think Caleb Williams breaks that. He has the weapons to break it,
And he has the potential.
I said it ain't gonna happen this year.
Justin Fields could have done it. He just likes to run more. He don't like to go through his progressions. That was Justin Fields' issue.
Well, that's why he's.
Well, I mean, and when you're terrified, you got to do what you got to do.
Business decisions.
Either way,
Yeah,
JB,
you got to make a business decision.
WWE draft is going on as
Mitchell
we
has not been.
NFL draft is going on as we speak. The NHL playoffs is going on as we speak. The NBA playoffs is going on as we speak. We got a lot of things going on in the world of sports. Sports. We love it. We love you. Thank you guys for tuning in. JB, take us out.
Hey, listen to our show Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. All Sports Matter Radio. We gonna have Fleck on the show this week. Some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. But right here, All Sports Matter.
Peace out.